Good morning. How are we all? I hope you're all doing fine and all set for today's class. Now, children, we are doing a follow up of our previous class. We learned about adverbs, we learned about their kinds. Now, we'll learn about something very important about adverbs, that is position of adverbs, where we use them in the sentences. This is also very important topic related to adverbs, where we should use them in sentences, whether we are using these adverbs correctly in a sentence. So this is going to be very important also for our grammatically correct English. So today we'll do position of adverbs and position of all these adverbs, the different kinds of adverbs, where to use adverb of manner in a sentence, where to use adverb of time, place, degree and frequency. So let's go about adverb of manner first. So adverb of manner, what are those? Adverbs of manner are usually placed after the object or the main verb. So what does it mean? Adverb of manner are usually placed after the object. As you know, object of a sentence or a verb is a noun or a pronoun on which there is effect of the action or on which the action is done. So adverbs of manner are usually placed after the object in a sentence or after the main verb. If there is no object in the sentence, then they are placed immediately after the main verb. But there is an exception. However, for emphasis, adverbs of manner can be placed before the verb. So when we want to stress on something, in the sentence, then these verbs can be used before the verb. Otherwise, they are placed after a verb or after the object of the main verb. So what is it here? See, in the examples, you can understand it better. They accepted the gift happily. Accepted is the main verb. Gift is the object here. So happily, the adverb is placed after the object. The fire spread widely. Again, this widely is placed just after the main verb spread. Now, in third sentence, gently is the adverb there and it has been placed before a verb. Why? Because we want to stress on this. We want to put emphasis on this, that she gently tapped me on the shoulder. She tapped me on the shoulder, but how? Very gently. So this gently, we are emphasizing on this. We are stressing on this, that the tap she made on my shoulder was very gentle. The children happily agreed to eat pizzas. Again, here it has been used before the verb agreed, because we want to put emphasis on the word happily, that the children did it happily. So adverbs of manner are usually placed after the verb or the object, or if we want to put emphasis or stress on this adverb, then we can place it before the verb. Now, adverbs of time. Where do we use them? Adverb of time are usually placed at the end of the sentence, last word. Usually, again, you should always remember this word usually, because English is such a language that mostly there are always exceptions. There are certain rules in making sentences, in grammar there are certain rules, but there are always exceptions also. That is why we don't say always, we usually say usually or mostly. That means some exceptions are always there. So adverbs of time are usually placed at the end of the sentence. Usually, remember, not always. However, they can be placed at the beginning of the sentence again for emphasis on or between the helping verb and the main verb. So, adverbs of time are usually placed at the end of the sentence. However, they can be placed at the beginning of the sentence for emphasis or between the helping verb and the main verb. So, you will understand it with the help of these examples. These plants were watered today. Today is the adverb of time, so it has been placed at the end. Now see, in the second, it would often rain in the evening. See, it has been placed in between would and rain. What is would? Would is helping verb. Rain is the main verb. So this often has been placed in between these two verbs. Now in the third sentence, it is emphasis. Daily, he would call on us. And in the fourth also, immediately I rushed my dog to the doctor. So usually at the end of the sentence, when there are two verbs, helping verb and the main verb, then in between them, and for emphasis we use them before a sentence. Now adverbs of place. Adverbs of place are usually placed after the main verb. Adverbs of place are usually placed after the main verb. Remember this, after the main verb or the object of the verb, like the adverb of manner. They are also used after the main verb, or if there is an object in the sentence, then after that object. So here this of is or. Just read it or. It is a mistake there. So adverbs of place are usually placed after the main verb or the object of the verb. So how can that be proved with the example? Here, see, the dog walked behind. It is used after the main verb walked here. The plane flew southwards. Keep the plants indoors. See, after the object. In the first two sentences, these are uh, placed after the main verbs, but in the third one, it is placed after the object. We looked for it everywhere. Again, it is the object, so everywhere is the adverb of place. So it has been placed after the object in the sentence. So this was it. Adverbs of manner, adverbs of place. Now adverbs of frequency. Where are they placed? Adverbs of frequency are placed after the subject but before the main verb. See, adverbs of frequency are usually, again usually word is there, after the subject, immediately after the subject and before the main verb. Remember this, after the subject but before the main verb. Till now we just got to know that these adverbs of manner, adverbs of place or adverbs of time, they are placed after main verbs, but sometimes for emphasis before main verbs. But adverb of frequency is placed mostly and usually placed before the main verb after the subject. So here are the examples. I, in the first sentence, I is the subject. Eat is the verb. But between the subject and this main verb, we have adverb of frequency. I always eat a heavy breakfast. The bus seldom stops at this station. The bus is the subject, stops is the verb, and in between these two words we have seldom, adverb of frequency, at this station. You have never paid the fines. Again, you is the subject, have is the helping verb, paid is the main verb, but before this paid we have never, adverb of frequency, paid the fines. Often I have told him not to disturb me. So here it is again used for emphasis. It is used before the subject. That is why we use the word usually, because fourth is the exception. It is used before the subject. Now last, adverb of degree. Adverb of degrees are placed before the verb, adverb or adjective. As you know, adverbs of degree are those which can be used to modify a verb, another adverb or an adjective. So these are placed before the verbs which they modify, or the adverb again which they describe or modify, or the adjective that they modify. So here is the example, like this. I almost tripped on the stone. We were hardly indoors. So these adverbs of degree are placed where? They are placed before a verb, before an adverb, or before the adjective. So verb is tripped, and almost is adverb of degree. We were hardly indoors. Indoors is the adverb here, and hardly is describing or modifying this indoors. So here in the first sentence, almost, the adverb of degree is used before the main verb tripped, and in the second it is used before indoors, which is an adverb. So if we use this in an adjective, we can say she is very beautiful. So very is the adverb here, adverb of degree, and beautiful is the adjective. So this is very important in adverbs. You should know where to use the adverbs in a sentence. Now we move on to another important topic related to adverbs, and that is comparison of adverbs. Like we have comparison of adjectives, similarly in adverbs we also have comparison of adverbs. So we move on to next topic related to adverbs.